Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, we're going to get our Animal Oracle cards, and we're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at, and possible future energies coming in for you. So what you may possibly be struggling with is nothing is wasted. What does Capricorn need to look at? Be here now. And possible future energies coming in for Capricorn. I kind of feel like these two here. So we have Snake Spirit, time to heal, and we have Deer Spirit, bring a gentle touch. At bottom of the deck, we have Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. I was reading a few comments this morning, about people that were struggling, that are struggling, and just being very frustrated at this time. Definitely this time of year, it can be frustrating for people. There's a lot of, holidays. It brings up a lot of memories. If, things are different this year than they were from last year. I feel like the time to heal card, that's what kind of made me think of it. And use your mind wisely was the time to heal, is that I feel that a lot are healing. A lot of people are trying to get over things that have happened throughout the year. And get themselves back on track. And I know that it's very hard to get yourself back on track because I've definitely been there. I've definitely struggled with it. It seems like I would do okay, and then I'd fall back. And then I try to pick myself up and move forward again. And I know that it's a very hard thing to do. And like I was saying, especially near the holidays, is because you're reminded of past holidays. Use your mind wisely, I feel, is just making sure that, yes, you can acknowledge that you're struggling, and it's good to to acknowledge that, but it's also just being careful that and I know that it's hard, is try to get yourself distracted and focus on something else. I'm not a therapist or a doctor or anything. I'm just saying what worked for me was to find that thing that I liked to do. I love horses, so I had actually I had leased a horse from a barn, so I was able to enjoy that without the full responsibility. And then I ended up purchasing my own horse, but that was obviously progressed. But that's what I know made me super happy. So that's what I focused on, and that was able to get me out of that mindset of struggling and trying to move on from the situation. And I know that it's hard. Sometimes we don't even know what those things are, but it could just be something like a puzzle. I feel like the nothing wasted with what you're struggling with is that even though this time may be a struggle time for you, that it's time that isn't wasted, that maybe you can work on things or do things that you maybe hadn't done before because you were busy. Maybe it's, starting that journal. Maybe it's even just doing a puzzle or starting a garden, or that this is a process time for you to process through things. Maybe it's to work on your outlook, right? That yes, you need to acknowledge that you're upset or you're hurt or things are different, but it's also like, okay, I'm not going to let that energy take control of me. I'm kind of seeing the Nine of Swords card right now, so we'll see if that card comes out. I'm kind of seeing that energy there where it's, you're worrying and you're stressing about things, and there's a situation that's taking up a lot of time that's putting you in that anxiety and that worry. Sometimes, just starting, if you volunteer or you do something part-time where it's something where you kind of have that schedule where you get up and you get going and you get moving and you get out and you have that to kind of take your mind away from that. I also do hair, so that's, you know, a nice thing to be able to, you know, I would do people's hair. It was fun to talk with people, you know, and be able to get out and do that. So with what you need to look at as being here now is, what are those things that you can change, you can do now, right? There are some things that you would like to change, but that was in the past, and you're not really sure where the future is going. So it's being here now. What can you do right now that can really help you through your situation, that can help you with your outlook? And then obviously future energies is time to heal and bring a gentle touch, and, you know, being careful with yourself, and know that, you know, you have gone through some struggles and that you've been through a lot, and, you know, take that time to heal and do those things that help you to heal. What are those things that help you to heal? Is it spending time with certain people? Maybe it's pampering yourself. Maybe it's, like I said before, changing up things in your living space so that you don't have those reminders or those triggers. You know, if somebody had said that it was something, certain types of music would trigger them, but, you know, maybe it's, well, maybe not listen to that music. I'm not telling you what to do, but, you know, maybe not have that, you know, music, listen to a different type of music where it wouldn't, if you like to listen to music, but listen to something different so that it doesn't trigger you, and looking out for yourself so that you're not triggering yourself and you're getting away from those things. It's just suggestions, you know that I've gone through and that I have, just putting that out there. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. I just feel like, you know, sharing information or sharing things that you've done with other people, that could help someone else. And that's why I like doing the tarot, is that, you know, I've certainly had my struggles, and if I could help someone else, that makes me incredibly happy. I love doing that. All right, so let's look at what else we have here for struggling with, and then we have the Devil card here, so that's the Capricorn card. You know, it could be chained down to memories of a past relationship. We have nothing is wasted, and realizing that, you know, if things are not going the way that you want them right now, well then what else is it that you need to look at right now? What is it that you need right now? Is it time for you to heal right now? Is this the time that you need to heal? And you may feel that it's wasted time, but really maybe it's not. Maybe this is a process that you're going through and learning things. We have the Knight of Swords, and he's sort of traveling along all of these mountaintops or these shards here, and there's a lot of dark, gloomy cards here. And then we have the Star card, struggling with hope. Definitely, when you're struggling with a situation or you're dealing with things from the past, that it's definitely, you lose hope, and you're like, well, where is this going? Why is this happening? And you're like, you know, trying to deal with that. And I know that that's a struggle, but you have to hang in there, and you just have to keep pushing forward, and you have to look for those tools that I've said before that help you to get through these times, whatever those tools were and are. And like I was saying before, that tarot was one of the tools that I had, because I would listen to those messages that gave me hope and gave me kind of that star energy that, yeah, just keep pushing through, good things are coming, just keep going, you know. And I'm a Capricorn sun and a Capricorn rising, and I feel Capricorn definitely has their challenges. I mean, all signs do. I'm not saying other signs don't. But, you know, I feel that because the Capricorn sign is, you know, December and January, those are the coldest times of the year, and those are the hardest times. So I just feel that Capricorn always has these hard struggles that they try to get through. But I also feel like it makes Capricorn very strong to be able to handle things. All right, so let's look at, what do you need to look at? Right here we have the Queen of Wands, but she has her eyes closed. She looks very serene. She looks rested. She looks like she's enjoying the environment here, that she's enjoying her surroundings. She's just be here now, and definitely I would say by the looks of her on this card is being here now, being in the moment. What are those things that you can do now, that you can change, that can make you happy, that you can focus on, right? That you can do now. All right, what else do we have for Capricorn? That Capricorn needs to look at. We have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like it's kind of looking over the past, looking over what you have, because he's sitting here at the window and he's looking over these four towers that he has, right? And he's looking over all of these challenges. Maybe it's, you know, looking at everything that you do have, looking where you're at now, being here now. I felt like this card too. We have the Knight of Wands, the Phoenix. I love it. The Phoenix rising from the ashes, and I feel like that's you, right? That you're pulling yourself out of this situation, that you're moving on from something, that you're, you know, rising from the ashes, that you've been through something very hard and very difficult, but you're being here now, you're relaxing, you're rising, you know, like the Phoenix from the ashes, and you're a fighter, and that you're like, okay, I'm going to focus on what are those things that I can do now? What can I change now? What are those things that I can work on now? Sometimes if we feel that we are actually doing something, it helps us to feel better, right? That we feel that, okay, if I can get this, if I can do this, and I feel like I'm doing something rather than sitting and doing nothing. All right, so we have this card, which is number 11, which is the Justice card. So it kind of, I saw this side and then this side, it flipped over to this side. So it's kind of that back and forth of working on those things that are, you know, I kind of feel like that goes with healing and doing those things that help you to feel better, focusing on, okay, what really makes me feel good? What gives me that sense of satisfaction, that you are healing, and then things start happening for you, right? Justice card is things start to happen for you, things start to come in, things balance out, you know, receiving things. We have the Four of Swords. I feel like it's don't rush anything, don't push anything, don't force anything. Just making sure that you take that time to rest also, because we have healing and a gentle touch, so not pushing anything, just being careful with things, maybe being careful with who you surround yourself with, because sometimes certain people can trigger us, or sometimes they just like to stir the pot. So it's like kind of, well, I know that I shouldn't be around that person because they're going to try and stir the pot and put me back where I was over here. So I love this. Look at this. How cool is that? The Sun card came out for the Sun card came out for the final card, and that's definitely, you know, that motivator, that positive, that you will get through this, even though it seems a little stormy now, that it seems like a struggle right now. Using your mind wisely, right? Not focusing on the negative, focusing on the positive. What are those things that you can do to help yourself? Bottom of the deck, I love it. Six of Wands, success and victory, and that's you. And he's, you know, it's kind of, it looks like they've already gone through the battle, because this is has images on both sides. Definitely here, it's they've already been through it, but I feel like, you know, it's in the midst of it, but it's being able to rise above and seeing that, okay, I'm ready to go in, I'm ready to deal with this, I'm ready to move on from this energy, I'm ready for those changes, and I will be successful, right? Six of Wands is success and victory. All right, so let's grab some more cards and then get a final message here. We have Two of Cups. Two of Cups, I feel, has to do with the relationships that you have with, you know, it could be a past relationship, it's a relationship that you have with yourself, it's surrounding yourself with positive relationships. I feel like your relationships become better. I feel like you're able to move on from something, or you're able to connect and work something out. I also feel like the relationship that you have with yourself is better, because you're like, hey, I want to make those choices that are better for me. I love it. The Ace of Swords and the World card, right? That's Aces is new beginnings, figuring out those solutions in those directions, you know, because swords are like the mental and the thinking, and the world is success and victory and having it all and feeling so much better. So I feel this lightness, this much better energy for you. We have Justice, which is Libra, so we had Justice over here, and then we have Justice again. So things start happening for you because you start turning that around with that positive thinking, that positive mind, that having hope, having that direction, feeling like you can get past this. The cards just want to come out all over here. We have the Hermit card, and seeing that there are obstacles, and even though you get past this obstacle, you know that you'll have more obstacles in the future, but knowing that, okay, this is how I got past it this time, so this is how I want to use it in the future. Also looking within, what did I learn from this situation, right? What have I gained from this situation? You know, that inner strength, that phoenix rising from the ashes of a difficult situation, and giving yourself that pat on the back and saying, yeah, I did it, right? I got through this. It was hard, it was a struggle, but I was able to move forward. That there still may be some things lingering in the background, but you were able to push through and move forward from the situation, and giving yourself that pat on the back for being able to do that. Because it's not easy. It's very easy to give up and stay in the energy, but to be able to push through it and continue on is not the easiest thing. All right. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, so we have another ace. And then we have the Six of Cups. I feel like it's a lighter energy, a lighter mood. I feel like it's, you know, feeling more playful. What are those things? Taking time to heal, a gentle touch. I feel like those two both go with Six of Cups, because it's just healing, having fun, not worrying about things. What is that thing that, you know, makes you happy and makes you feel good? Look at that, I love it. Then we have the Six of Wands again, rising above the situation, feeling victorious, feeling proud of yourself. I love these last two cards that we've pulled out, because I feel like it's that accomplishment of pulling through a difficult time, realizing that nothing is wasted. And what perfect card is this? Is the Fool, a new beginning for you, a new start, right? Taking that leap of faith, facing this challenge head on and saying, I'm not going to let it get the best of me, that I'm going to be like the phoenix and I'm going to rise above this situation, and I'm going to pull myself out of it, and I'm not going to get stuck in that frustrated energy or that loss energy. I'm processing it, I'm looking at it, I'm dealing with it, but I'm going to let it go. All right, so let's get a Whispers of Healing. Close it out. I feel like these two here, we have boundaries. Are there boundaries that you need to set? Like I was saying before, are there people around you that you're like, okay, I need to set my boundaries with this person because I don't want to fall back into this energy. Boundaries for yourself, right? To keep yourself safe. And then we have hydrate. Hydrate. I feel like it's kind of, it's almost like that plant where it's wilting and it's falling over. So I feel like that's kind of that there. But then you hydrate yourself. How do you hydrate yourself? How do you bring yourself back to life? How do you bring yourself into this phoenix energy here? I feel like this is the card that really stands out here for me, is rising above, you know, the ashes and a difficult situation, but continuing on and fighting forward. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.